What's up, my peeps? The meaning crisis, the purpose crisis, the destiny crisis, and how to get out of the crisis, how to establish meaning, how to establish reason, the importance of under, over, and understanding meaning and purpose that comes from knowing the difference between the love of the truth, not knowledge of the truth. What's going on, my high vibrational individual expression of God on earth? It's your boy, Dr. Rogers, aka Master Teacher 33. Today, we're going to jump right in as we understand the value of purpose, the power of purpose, the potential of purpose. But purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. I talk about purpose pretty much every day. Been talking about purpose pretty much every day for the last 30 plus years, because purpose gives you principles. These principles, it gives you a process. This process gives you a procedure. This procedure leads to the development of a product. This product results in you receiving a profit. This profit results in you having prosperity. Prosperity results in you having peace of mind. But it all starts with purpose. That's why we must really delve into what is the meaning of meaning. What is the meaning of your life? What is the purpose of your life? There is a crisis going on in the world today. People have no meaning. People have no reason. People have no destiny. People have no Diakonia. It's very important that you don't fall prey to that, because AI is taking away a lot of people's meaning. A lot of people get their meaning from their vocation, from what they do, instead of who they be. Let me make sure we understand the problem. Number one problem in the world today. Most people get their meaning. Most people get their reason for existence. Most people get their worth. Most people, not you of course, those other folks. They get their worth, they get their value. Your whole value is tied into your vocation. Hopefully you're not one of those people. But a lot of people, as we see more and more people losing their vocation, losing what they do, they've never established who they be. Purpose. Purpose is who you be, not what you do. Purpose is who you be, not what you do. Purpose is who you be. Purpose is whose you are and who you are. Purpose is cause. Purpose is not effect. Purpose is the meaning. Purpose is the reason that you get up every day. So a lot of people are losing. They never really had it. Because a lot of people's purpose, a lot of people's meaning, a lot of people's value, a lot of people's worth, a lot of people's understanding is tied into their job or their occupation. That's not your purpose. Purpose is a mental disposition. Purpose is your identity. Purpose is how you self-identify. Purpose is how you self-identify. Purpose is how you self-identify. Purpose has nothing to do with what you do. Purpose is who you be. Purpose is your destiny. Purpose is your Diakonia. Diakonia, that's purpose. Check out DiakoniaReport.com. It's extremely important, because where purpose is not known, abuse of self and others is inevitable. Just a matter of time, homie. You're going to go to beep off. You're going to be angry. Why? You have no reason to be on this planet. You have no identity. You don't know something. You have not spent the time. You haven't really jumped into really understanding yourself. Purpose is self. Purpose is knowledge of the self. There is a knowledge of self crisis in the world today. There's a knowledge of self crisis in the world today. There's a lack of knowledge of self. We're being bombarded with social media overload or overexposure. Overexposure to others leads to neglect of exposure to self. Overexposure to others. Spending all your time watching others. Spending all your time on TikTok. Spending all your time on Instagram. Spending all your time on Facebook Live. Spending all your time looking and observing someone else instead of looking and observing the self. Boom, shakalaka boom. That puts you in Groundhog Day, homie. That makes you a negative habit pattern. So I got a question for you. Number one, question I have for you today. Is there such a thing as purpose? Is there such a thing as purpose for you? Now, I know there's such a thing as purpose for me, because that's how I wake up every morning. That's how I know that movement is magic. So I have a purpose. I have a reason. I have a meaning for being on this treadmill right now while doing this Facebook Live. I have an intent. I have a specific ideal or intention. So the number one question, is there such a thing as purpose? Absolutely. Second question, purpose, what does it mean? What is the meaning of meaning? I got my bad boy on a serious incline today. We're getting it in today, but we're getting it in, you know what I'm saying? So, what is the meaning of meaning? Second question. First question, what is meaning? Second question, what is the meaning of meaning? What is the meaning of meaning? What is the meaning of purpose? Now, we all know what purpose is not known. Abuse is never known. So the meaning of purpose is function. Purpose, again, gives you the ability to function. Purpose, the meaning, the definition, the reason that you was created with a purpose, or that you was created for a purpose, or you have this ability to create because you are made in the image and likeness of the Creator. So you and me, we are little versions of a bigger version. So the meaning of meaning is for you to understand meaning. The meaning of meaning is for you to understand the meaning. To understand the reason. Why are you here? So purpose is the ability to understand why you're here. Purpose is the ability to understand who you were designed to be, why you're here. Purpose, the meaning of meaning, is to understand the meaning of the innate attributes and characteristics that are placed inside of you. What is the meaning? What does it mean to be you? What does it mean to be me? What does it mean to be? If it is to be, it's up to me. Meaning of meaning. That's the second question you have to answer for yourself. The first question, what is meaning or purpose? Second question, what is the purpose of purpose? Second question, what is the meaning of meaning? Third question, who or what created purpose? Third question, who or what created meaning? Third question, who or what created meaning? Who or what created purpose? So if you want to know the purpose of a thing, don't ask another thing. If you want to know the purpose of the thing, ask the creator of the thing. Boom! Shakalaka. If you want to know the purpose of the thing, don't ask the thing. If you want to know the purpose of the thing, ask the creator of the thing. Let me say it again slow. If you want to know the purpose of the thing, don't ask another thing. If you want to know the purpose of the thing, ask the creator of the thing. So who created purpose? Well, that means you got to go back to the oldest written document on planet Earth. You will see that we are a manipulation of a thing. And we were created basically for work, to be worker bees. Now, depending upon your narrative. Now, I go back to the original narrative. The narratives of all narratives. We all know there's a bunch of narratives. That's the problem. Which takes me to 2 Corinthians 2:10. 2 Thessalonians 2:10. My bad. 2 Thessalonians 2:10. 2 Thessalonians 2:10. 2 Thessalonians 2:10. Check out my... Okay, yeah, I'm good. Say my pace. Make sure I'm getting it in. 2 Thessalonians 2:10. Where it talks about God will send you a strong delusion. How you become delusional? You become delusional when you don't love esoteric knowledge. When you don't love etymology. When you don't love hitting things, bam! You bamboozled, homie. Zing! You drunk the purple Kool-Aid. So most people are delusional. I mean, not you, of course. Those other folk. So they are delusional. But the reason they are delusional, because they don't have the love of their truth. They got love of money, love of cars, love of houses, love of men and women or whatever. But they don't have the love of the truth. Yeah. That's not study for another time, homie. But you see, there is a manipulator. There is a designer. There is a engineer. There's 2 creation stories in the Bible. Genesis 1, Genesis 2. Another study for another time. I've done many shows and written a bunch of books on the 2 creation stories, contrary to popular belief. So it's easy to answer the 3 questions that the young people, some old people too, are struggling with today, because there's a lack of meaning. There's a lack of purpose. There's a lack of reason. There's a lack of over and understanding. So there is this lack of reason. Where there is a lack of overstanding. Where there is a lack of understanding. People throw off restraint. That means as we continue to go down this slippery slope of artificial intelligence, we see more and more frequencies, more and more waves, more and more vibrations of this enchantment, this illusionment, this engagement. More and more people feel dissed. More and more people feel disrespected by the current, again, administration. So your job is not to fall prey, not to fall into the trap, to be conned, to be manipulated, to be bamboozled. Because this matrix is designed to make tricks. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. That's why it's called the make you trick. Matrix. So the matrix is designed to make you a trick. Ooh-wee. Don't tell nobody I told you. Don't fall for the roki doke, homie. So how do we don't fall for the roki doke? Well, what I do is I live in the opposite of my trauma. For at least 1 hour a day, in addition to my exercise. Because exercise is exorcism. So, whatever discomfort I'm experiencing, I choose to live mentally on the other side. So if I'm in a place where, let's say I'm overweight, and I'm uncomfortable, so I live mentally in a place where I'm underweight, and I am comfortable. I choose. It's a choice, homie. I choose. It's a choice, homie, yet. Choose ye this day whom you will observe. Serve. Observe and serve. Don't tell about I told you. See, once you understand the key to the kingdom, you get to choose whom you will serve. You get to choose whom you will observe. So I choose to observe myself as wealthy for 1 hour a day. I choose to absorb what I am or not. I choose to change the story. What is your story? Is your story, like my story, I came from Podunk, Texas. So what is the opposite of that story? I came from upscale Texas. Choose to live in the opposite story. Choose to live opposite of your trauma. See, your trauma is your mama. You got a choice though. You don't have to be your trauma. You can override the trauma by living. Choose. We call it prayer. Some people call it meditation. So I live in my desire fulfilled state. Very simple. I ask myself, regardless of what's going on in my life, in the areas of wealth, what is my desire? What is my highest desire fulfilled? Bam! I live there. In the area of health, what is my highest desire fulfilled? Bam! I live there. In the area of wisdom, what is my highest desire fulfilled? Bam! I live there. In the area of relationships, what is my highest desire fulfilled? Bam! I live there. So I live at a minimum 1 hour a day in my desire fulfilled state. So I'm overriding my negative habit pattern with my new life sustaining pattern. Why? Because Yahushua the HaMashiach, whom you know, some of you guys know as Jesus the Christ. He came that you may have life, homie. Life more abundantly. Life. Life more abundantly. Not death. Death, where is your sting? Grave, where is your victory? Death in the grave is gone. Now, I'm not talking about the physical death. I'm talking about the spiritual death. I'm talking about wealth, health, wisdom, and great relationships. I'm talking about getting your toes curled, homie. You feel me? So once you're over and understand, the greatest he that's in me than he that's in the world, boom, shakalaka boom. Now, you're on a level where there is no devil. Now you're oscillating, vibrating at the highest level of the game. You see, my brother. You see, my sister, the key is to over and understand who you be. The key is to over and understand who you be. Pick up my book, This Too Shall Pass. I also pick up the book, Discomfort. Because everything that you want is on the opposite side of discomfort. Remember what I said at the beginning of today's message. Live at least 1 hour a day in the opposite of your story. Live at least 1 hour a day in the opposite of your story. My story, I came from Podunk, Texas. The opposite of that, I came from Uprise, Texas. I came from high-end Texas. I came from a place of wealth, health, wisdom, and great relationships, because I did. Because I'm a light being. I'm a particle. I'm an individual expression of God on earth having an earthly experience. So that's my story. My story is when you see me, you see the Father. Because me and the Father are one. What's your story? You get to write your own script. Or you get to align with the script that God has already designed for you. If you don't have your script, go to my website, diakoniareport.com, or go to the website, masterteacher33.com. Click on the link that says Diakonia Report. Pick up your Diakonia Report today. 50% off. Holla at your boy. Let's go.